Changing gears just a little bit, consumerism and if you like, the changing consumer. Are there too many laws or too few laws in relation to consumerism? You know, like the Don Dunstan era where we completely radically changed our thinking. With the consumer the way it's going, would you be pro or con, or where do you sit in protecting individuals? Or the question I really ask is relating to accountability, and where does it all sit?
Yeah, look, you know, I guess you've got to find the right balance, but I really worry that we've become too much of a nanny state, and that we're sort of so consumed by making sure that no one can ever set a foot wrong that we've tied ourselves up with laws. And I get very frustrated still with the fact that if you want to have a street stall to sell cakes, you've got to have every ingredient labelled in case someone with an allergy comes along and wants to buy a cake. And I think, well, if you've got an allergy, don't buy cakes at the cake stall and let the rest of us just get on with it. And so that's a sort of prime example of the sort of the degree to which we've now got to the point where no one can ever do anything. And in fact, our kids, I think, are less exposed to all the sort of scabbed knees and broken arms and things that the rest of us had as kids, because they're so protected all the time. We've made every playground safe, and everywhere has got to be absolutely safe so that even a really stupid person can't possibly get anything wrong. It's just, I think, gone too far. But
so would you, as a government, would you pretty much leave it as is, freeze it, fine tune it, bring it back a bit, or where do you sit?
Well, look, we look at a range of legislation. I mean, we introduced and we came up with the idea for a range of things like opening up so that you weren't worried if you stopped at an accident, for instance, that you were going to be sued for making a mistake if you stopped to help as a good Samaritan and so on. So we've tried to be very proactive in helping people to take individual responsibility, because I think, if we end up with a society where no one takes responsibility for their own actions and is prepared to say, I'm going to do this, I know there's a risk, I'm responsible for that risk, then we just become bound up and unable to progress.